Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Relix, and today in this video we're going to discuss the second part of the free agency, at least for me recording this, my second part. Again, I didn't mention in my first video because I didn't realize how fast the free agency is going, and so I missed quite a bit of players, but we are going to continue with who I did write down for signings. So again, these videos are going to be in multiple parts. I'm going to try and cover as much as I can. So again, it is not in order of any signing dates, or by time. It's not in order by team. There's no favoritism. It's just who I'm getting down as things are happening. So let's get started. First, Edmonton signs Victor Arvidsson for 2 years at $4 million average for an $8 million contract. My goodness. So the Kings let Victor Arvidsson walk to free agency, and the Edmonton Oilers picked him up, and this is a bad signing for me, for the Kings, missing out, rather I should say. The Kings have no right-handed players, one or two I think. I'm not even sure at this point. Things have not gone very well as far as the Kings signings, and Victor Arvidsson walking away as a right-handed winger, a strong right-handed winger no less, is very disappointing. Oilers are getting a strong right-handed winger, and it's tough to see this go, because tough to see Arvidsson go. He is a strong type of two-way forward, and the Kings needed that right hand. Oilers, you're benefiting from this by a lot. As far as the price, $4 million, that's actually great, to be honest. In my opinion, that's actually $250K less than what the Kings were paying him, and I think that's a huge mistake for the Kings to let him go. And yeah, just overall, I wish him the best. Of course, with the surgeries and the injuries that Arvidsson's had with the Kings, I wish him all the best for sure, and I hope he does well with the Oilers. Again, if you guys watch, I did cheer for the Oilers in the Stanley Cup final. Unfortunately, they lost. Maybe Arvidsson's one of the things that they need. Brings a definitely good shot, and a solid neutral zone presence as well. So hopefully Arvidsson does just that for them, and I wish him all the best. Moving on to Boston, and we got actually two signings here. Again, they let Jake DeBrusk go, right? And so now they've signed Elias Lindholm, 7 years, 7.75 average contract, and this is a huge one. Again, Lindholm actually will help them replace their missing centerman. Obviously, Bergeron and Krejci leaving left a big hole in the Bruins organization. However, Bruins are still one of the top teams in the league, so I'm not surprised by the Bruins, being as good as they are. They have a really strong team overall up and down the lineup. So my biggest shocker was, of course, seeing DeBrusk leave, but seeing Lindholm come in, hopefully he pans out for them, because I really do like the Bruins as well. And as far as the signing is concerned, I think it's a decent price. 7 years, it's a huge dedication to a new centerman. Hopefully Lindholm does just that for them. And then, of course, moving on to Nikita Zadorov, a lot of people thought the Vancouver Canucks were going to keep him, and that's not the case. He is now a Boston Bruin for 6 years, $5 million average. I think this is a decent price. Not, nothing big, nothing small. I think his big presence is definitely going to make a difference on the blue line for the Bruins. Just like how Zdeno Chara, tallest player in the league, he may not be the fastest, but his defense is solid, and I think this is definitely one of those big signings that will definitely pay dividends for the Bruins. Moving on, Chicago re-signs Teuvo Teravainen to a 3-year, $5.4 average contract. So he's returning to Chicago where he started, and I think it was a huge mistake for the Blackhawks. I honestly, when the Blackhawks got rid of Panarin, Teravainen, players like them, I thought it was a huge mistake. And I think the Blackhawks continued to fall because of those let goes and trades. And Teravainen is definitely one of those players that I felt like they should have kept from back then. So returning to Blackhawks for a few years, congratulations to him. I know he wasn't exactly the best player with the Hurricanes, so this might end up being good. In fact, I think, because he could play straight up winger for Bedard, if anything. I think Connor Bedard definitely needs the extra players that are NHL experienced, and adding Teravainen is definitely one of those key pieces that might actually pay off. So congratulations to him. New York Islanders signed Anthony Duclair, 4 years, 3.5 average annual value. I think that's a little too much for Duclair. Personally, I do think Duclair is a decent player in the league, but bottom six worthy. I think 3.5 is a little too much for him. I don't see this paying off at all. I think this is definitely one of the weirdest signings I've seen so far in the free agency, for 4 years too, no less. I think this is going to be a bad contract. I think this is going to be a detriment to the Islanders. Not that I care about the Islanders. They're one of those teams that are just kind of in the league that I'm like, whatever, they're neutral. I don't care if they're good or bad, But all the same, I think this is a bad contract, me personally. But either way, that's what they want, and I think if it works out, it works out, and I think that will be good for them. Colorado extends Jonathan Drouin. He was on a 1-year, $825K contract to play with his teammate Nathan MacKinnon from back in juniors. And I think this is oddly enough weird because Drouin's a decent player, but now he's extended to 1 more year at a 2.5 contract. And 2.5, hey, you know what? For Drouin's skill, I think it's worth it. I think he definitely brings a pretty good balance to the lineup. And, I didn't really watch the Colorado games as close as I would have liked, because I do think they are a strong team, even if I do not like watching Nathan MacKinnon destroy other teams. Either way, I think this is a good signing for them. They haven't really done much so far, as far as I've seen, but who knows? Maybe I'm just missing some of these players. Don't worry, we'll catch up on them if needed. And then, of course, Washington Capitals sign Matt Roy to a 7-year, $5.75 million average contract. So, first of all, I'm happy that Matt Roy is not signed by the LA Kings. Even though just 2 years ago in 22-23 season, I did praise Matt Roy as one of the most balanced and consistent Kings for the entire season. And I was happy that he was as good as he was. But with the departure of Sean Durzi, an addition of Andreas Englund and Vladislav Gavrikov, I was actually very disappointed that Roy was on the Kings, and by his performance, I actually thought he was one of the worst Kings on the entire season. That's my opinion, of course. Again, I will get into those kind of details during player reviews and such on my channel, but as far as the free agency signing, my brother actually likes the Washington Capitals, so I'm pretty sure he'll be happy that Roy's over there. And of course, B, I think the Capitals do need someone like Roy, someone who does just play straight defense and never offense. And with the departure of Nick Jensen and addition of Jacob Chikrin, I think the Capitals will definitely have more of a balanced D-core moving forward. At least this way, they have NHL players who are actually known and respected through the league. And, with Roy being there on the back end, I think this will help them for sure. As far as what role he'll play, who knows? Like I said, I highly doubt he'll do anything offensive for them, because that's not what his style is. But you never know. So that's it for this video. I'm going to keep this one a little bit shorter than the first. But again, like I said, there's a lots to come. As I say in my description, I am a one-man show here, so I am trying to do these things as fast as I can for you guys, just giving you guys my thoughts and opinions on all of these signings, and of course, trying to keep up as much as I can. There's a lot of movement, and hopefully we get to see some interesting contracts come to the Kings as well. So far, I haven't heard anything official yet, but we'll see after the next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.